Hey, how's it going? We're just hanging out on the beach here, giving a chance Wanagi get to shore and run around. We'll still come across tonight again. Our boat's pretty far out there though, so it's a little more of a trek to get over here, but she likes getting out on the shore and gets us some sun and vitamin D, as they say. She needs that too. And then I come and I do. The train's going to come, so it's going to get pretty loud here, but I'm going to show you this real quick. Is I come and collect some of the beach glass. Like, there's some great pieces. Look at these, are really nice pieces. And a piece like that is at least minimum 30 years old, they say, for it to get that rounded and pitted and stuff. So a lot of this glass, who knows, you know, there's some thick green pieces, some thick white pieces. Could be crystal, could be glass. Either way, it's pretty cool stuff, and it's fun to collect, you know. This whole beach is just covered with glass. New stuff, older stuff that's really pitted. We got some newer stuff that's still got some kind of edge to it. Older rounded pieces, all different colors, shapes, sizes. There's even a lot of pottery out here if you kind of train your eye to look for the pottery. It's amazing. Like, I've seen little hand painted pieces there, like right there, look, piece of pottery, right? And then look at that. That's an old piece of blue or glass. That's not that normal kind of stuff you see every day. It's got that tint to it. Even this, look, it's still got a letter on it. D. I think that's a D or an O or something. How cool is that? I mean, who knows what that was, right? Pretty cool. But it's just this whole beach all the way down that way. And then all the way down that way, like down by that trees where I've collected it before. And just thought we'd come to a different area, let her out and about. And I mean, geez, it's just everywhere. It's not hard to find here. I know normal beaches when I was a kid, you could find pieces here and there, but not anymore in those areas. But here, geez, there's just all different colored pieces. It's pretty cool, like in big chunky squares, you know. I don't know, something about it is fun. It's like treasure, kind of, I guess, in a way. Who doesn't like collecting treasure? Big flat pieces. And then the shells, pretty amazing. Lots of plastics. Old beer bottles or something, probably. But pretty cool. It's just kind of something to do. Keeps me pretty busy. I don't bring it back to my boat. I'd have buckets of it if I did that. I did look up the value of it though, and people sell it on eBay and stuff. But if I was making jewelry or something, this would be the place. Hey, how's it going? We're cooking some breakfast right now. Got some breakfast going. Sausages, onions, some hash browns, and then some eggs. And it is raining out, and we're actually back in Train Town, back in Fairhaven here, because anyways, I'm seeing if someone's having issues and they need help because they're drifting out there. You can see they're drifting. They're outboard right there. They're not really getting it. Oh, there he goes. All right, let's start it. He's good. Just helping one another. Anyways, so we're just making breakfast. We've already been to shore. It's like 12:30. The train's coming through over there. You can see that, I think. But we went to shore just over there on the other side of this walking bridge because the tide was out this morning. And so Wanagi got to go hang out, and she is sleeping now. And what I did was I went and collected a bunch of beach glass. I got a bunch of beach glass and pottery pieces actually in there, which is kind of cool. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but maybe we'll put it in there. But it's pretty cool. I'm going to set you down. Sorry about that. But yeah, look, I mean, it's freaking, there's some pretty cool pieces in here. I just figured, I mean, big chunky pieces too. And then all different colors down through there. Even, like I said, look, pieces of pottery. How rad is that? Like old porcelain. Look at, there's some pieces that were painted even. Just really cool, just different kind of, it was painted in the bottom. It's some Chinese stuff. So it's definitely, I would say, I would judge all this pottery stuff, like this piece, look, hand-painted pottery. Yeah, we're just making some tea on the stove. It's about, I don't know, about 6:37 in the evening. Sun's going down here. It's gonna be a pretty amazing sunset actually. But we're just kind of hanging out. We're charging our battery bank real fast, topping it off. Unagi's up front, enjoying a nice still evening with the sun out and looking at the shore and all the reflective light off all the buildings, which is pretty amazing right now. Actually off of everything in here. It'd be a great time to take my good camera out and take pictures with the still water, but you know what, I'm not really gonna do that. I'm just gonna enjoy the evening and just take care of some tasks. I've had a busy day. We did laundry today. We went and got water on shore, so we filled up 2 5-gallon jugs. Doesn't sound like much, but it actually is. I had to re-anchor my boat because the blue catamaran off of the starboard side over there, that one there drifted over, a trimaran, blue trimaran, whatever you want to call it, drifted over. I had to push it off with my dinghy just to keep it from banging into my boat, because those kind of people, they put out so much road, and I get it and stuff, but it's a crowded anchorage. If you need to put out road that much, you should be on the outskirts of the anchorage so your boat can drift around and not bang into other people's boats. But they were anchored here first, so I have to move. My decision, but it ended up being okay. We're on the outskirts here, on the edge. The dock's over here off of the starboard side, and then I go to that dock down there is where I fill up on waters, and so it's kind of a pretty good trip in the dinghy, nice and slow, you know, just a little bit awake, not much. Hey, so this morning we got up. I had oatmeal, but it's kind of my second breakfast. I made kind of a scramble, potatoes, turkey, ground turkey, bell peppers, some eggs, onions, jalapenos, cheese, all sorts of goodies. We pretty much cleaned out the cabin as best we could because we've got the next few days of rain. It's hard to believe right now. This morning you could have believed it, but right now you wouldn't believe it, that we're supposed to be getting 35 to 50 mile an hour gusts. Out there in the channel, that's got some white caps out there, but right now it's pretty calm in here. But yeah, like I said, we're supposed to get up to 50 mile an hour gusts this evening. I've got my heavier line here on my snubber line. It's a big triple braid line, so that it can endure the swinging that's going to happen. Hopefully, since we moved in a little bit more, tucked into this anchorage in Fairhaven here, we won't get the wind swell as bad as we would have if we were out over here, which is where we were. We were the farthest boat on that side over there. So we should be protected. Basically, this is going to be my last storm here in Fairhaven for the season. As soon as this storm passes, which should be by tomorrow afternoon, it should be diminishing. And then it's saying Friday, Saturday, and Sunday should be dry, and the wind should be light. And so we're going to move from here to Friday Harbor for the winter, me and Wagas. We're going to we got a dock set up and the paperwork's already done and all that. So we just got to show up there, and we'll have a dock space and be able to plug in for the winter and have showers, hot showers. Oh my God, are you kidding me? I haven't had a hot shower in it's been like 3 or 4 weeks at least. I use baby wipes and things like that, and during the summer I was dumping buckets over me from the water, the ocean, and then I had a solar shower, and that worked for like 3 times, and then it just started leaking. So that wasn't really worth the investment, but that's what we got going on. So anyways, I'm charging up with the generator. I'm charging up the batteries, so we're 100% before this storm comes in. We literally probably have another. So anyways, yeah, that's what we got going on. We're just gonna survive this storm coming. It's hard to believe that it's gonna get that windy, but that may be why it's actually clearing out. Although the clouds are moving pretty slow, so it's not like high winds aloft or anything. It's just they're getting a little bit of a push of wind down by Whidbey Island right now in the 30s. So that's probably gonna hit us here in the next 45 to an hour, I'd imagine. I think we're just kind of, this little nice little sunny stretch is great. Maybe we'll get to shore here really quick. We went already. Nice day to start again. Wind blow. So awesome. Not really awesome. Winter's coming, but storms are kind of cool because the energy of it. Something different. Sunny days are nice. Stormy days are sometimes better though. Yeah. This is the anchorage though. Yeah, we got a pretty clear swing. So if we get really some 50-mile-an-hour gusts, I think we're going to be okay, because definitely going to stretch us on our anchor. I might even put out another 20 feet of chain. I've got 160 feet of chain, I believe. And so putting out a little bit more might be a smart thing to do if we're really at 50-mile-an-hour gusts. So I think I'm going to do that right now because it's definitely picking up and I'm not going to have time later. So, all right. Yeah! How do we get ready for storms? We rock out to 80s music on the boat. Yeah! That's what we do. Anyways, here's Woggy. She's just hanging up front here, enjoying what's coming. It's starting to get windy again now. You can definitely see it on the water, the gust lines coming through, the rougher parts. And so it's not going to be long here. I think we're going to start getting some 20s, and that'll mean hiding out inside for the day. We could make it to shore one more time, but I think we're going to wait. Maybe close to dark, we'll get a break and be able to get to shore. Maybe not, though. We'll see. So I just finished increasing the scope on my anchor chain. I actually have added, you can see down in there, in my chain locker's pretty low. So I bet I've got probably 180. I'm going to say I had 160 out. I added about another 40. So about 180 to 200 feet of chain somewhere in there. And so that's going to be plenty of scope, and with the weight of my anchor, and then I got that heavy snubber line on, it should be plenty to hold us in place even if we do get 50-mile-an-hour gusts. So that's what we're going to plan on, though. It's already starting to pick up. Putting on that snubber line while the tension was on the chain was kind of difficult. It wasn't easy. It took me about 3 or 4 tries because the snubber hook just kept jumping off the chain because of the tension was too much, or was not enough on the snubber line. So I had to kind of hand hold the snubber line and feed it out as the chain went out, so that the chain's loose now and all the weight's on the snubber line, which is what you want, because when those 35-mile-an-hour gusts came the other night, man, the boat just swung like this. The wind's coming from this direction, right about there, somewhere in there. And so the boat will swing all the way on its edge, and then it'll start moving up the other way like it's going upwind. It's pretty cool. Tonight we'll get some definite action. If it's not dark out when it hits, I'll be able to film it, and you'll be able to see what happens. It's pretty cool. And I'm confident in my my chain and my anchor setup. That I'm going to be good, especially now that I just let out a little bit more. It had been telling me, my sixth sense, or my brain, my voice inside me. Yeah, so my sixth sense, my voice inside me was telling me, yeah, you better put out more chain, you better put out more chain. I had about 4 to 1, now I'm sitting about 5.5 to 6 to 1, which is where I want to be. So now it's about, my chain scope is probably 180 for, it's about 5.5 to 6 is my scope right now. And this is a good muddy bottom. So my Delta, 44-pound Delta anchor digs in boy does it dig in. So it'll be a mess when I pull my chain. Well, we're literally 5 minutes after I just added more chain to my anchor, and the wind's kicking in. So I planned that pretty perfect because I think we're going to start getting some gusts. So we're in the middle of cleaning house. The rain finally kind of let up here, and the sun's out. When Augie's up on deck, I got to reshake out her dog bed, so I take those fitted sheets off and shake them out and then vacuum. There's some hair and dog cookies and stuff, and Billy cookies. Anyways, so it's looking to be nice, but look at the water. The river's finally filled with water after this big old rain, so the salmon could get up the rivers. And so that's why the water's all murky, because basically all the water, or all the rivers, just flushed out for the first time this winter season, which is what the salmon need to get up there. So it's it is what it is. Wanagi's out on deck over there, up in the front. She's just enjoying having a view other than looking at me going, Dad, why are we stuck inside? I got the little Jenny going down here. We're recharging our battery bank. Got the rear cabin open here, so letting some air circulate in there. Here, I'd probably pull a couple of slats out. Just helps keep the moisture and whatever. I mean, it's moisture in the air, but if air is circulating, less mold growth. I gotta get that water bottle filled up. But yeah, that's all we got going on so far. And I'm gonna just get busy and start cleaning. So you don't want to watch me clean, do you? Probably. But here we go. I'm gonna get to it. Getting done. Well, this is our last breakfast here in Fairhaven. We're pulling anchor this morning. Coast Guard's heading out. We're heading out. We're gonna probably pull anchor in about half an hour or so. We're gonna eat breakfast first. When Augie's out on deck, it's still wet out here. Yeah, we're gonna head to Friday Harbor, and that's where we're gonna be for the winter. We gotta wait till the sun hits this and gets this all cleared up so I can see where I'm going. Anyways, that's what we got going on this morning. Finishing off my breakfast here. Have a cup of coffee, and then, like I said, just wait till it warms up just a bit, and then we'll be heading out. We got quite a journey. It's probably going to take 5 or 6 hours, I'd imagine, to get there. So, but it should be a beautiful day and a good day to travel. All right, I'm going to get back to my breakfast.